And we're about to begin. We'd like to introduce to you new Colonel 2022 compliant, Richard Tyrone, Chief Richard Tyrone Currie. Let's welcome him on stage right now, please. Come bigger than that, man. You have overcome a lot of adversities to be here today. So big up the man, please.
Greetings and honor everybody. Thank you for coming out. It's such a beautiful day, and it's such a strong showing of the Maroon resilience. We've had so many challenges, not only today, but in years gone by. And we're still here today as testament to our will to fight, to stand up for what's right. And today I'm here to represent that in its fullest. Today we celebrate 284 years since signing that treaty. And a lot of people have misunderstood or misinterpreted what that treaty signifies or symbolizes. The Treaty of 1738 was a cessation of war. Cease and become friends. We did not lose a war. We actually won a war. We did not hand over lands. They still belong to us. Today, the Maroons face even deeper worrying threats than just the police and the soldiers threatening to run in on our territory. Because to be honest, I've been in dialogue with the ministry and with the police and with the Ministry of Health over the past 3 weeks. So it was quite surprising when I saw what was posted yesterday by the High Command. Since then, friends of the Maroons have made all efforts to try and bring a calm to the situation. Because we mean no harm to anyone. We bring no fear with us. We bring peace, love, friendship, and prosperity to all. And the reason you come here is to share that with us. And I thank you for doing that. Time and time again, I found myself trying to defend Maroon sovereignty. And Maroon sovereignty is a known fact. The British High Commissioner came here twice and put rest to all that question. So why are we still here asking this question? The highest representation of the crown came here, right here on this stage, and made that pronouncement that 2 sovereign nations signed that treaty. And nations must honor the sanctity of treaties between one another. He also said, we must remember the past, but the past must not stay in the back, because the people live and the future lives on. So it therefore means everything that we're doing up until this point, and I'm going to talk from since 1962, where the Maroons were left off the discussions for independence. That was the greatest crime committed against us in that time. And I'm here as testament to prove to you, my people, and to prove to the world that what we represent and what we stand for is more than just a piece of paper. Identity is key. And if you lose your identity, you might as well lose yourself. Because without an identity, we'll always be lost and searching and fighting with one another. My speech, my words aren't words of division. Because if it wasn't for the Maroons, we would not have birthed another nation called Jamaica. And I want for everyone here to understand, Queen Nanny didn't like the treaty because she didn't trust the other party. So there was turmoil. even in our leadership, when it came to the signing of that treaty. I guess now we're seeing a lot of what Grandy Nani was concerned about. Because at the end of the day, history will not go anywhere until we decide to move it. History is not just something on a piece of paper or on a wall. History is what sets the pace, sets the path for where we now walk, where we now trod. When I go on a stage and I talk about sovereignty and I talk about Maroon freedom and Maroon autonomy, others may say, oh, the Maroons have special rights, but they have no autonomy. They have no sovereignty. Until today, no one can tell me what those special rights are. Because I was made to know that Maroons, there's no such thing as Maroon lands. Now, do you believe that? I don't hear. Do you believe there's no such thing as Maroon land? Okay. So, today, on this 284th anniversary, I want to reaffirm our position, my position as heir and successor of that 1738 treaty. And it is my duty to honor that treaty, to honor my ancestors. Many bash the Maroons, saying we were traitors. We turned over blacks. We sold out. That was not the case. I take you back to a time of war. In your minds, rewind the thinking. The greatest feat Kojo was able to complete in his time was to amalgamate all the tribes across the land to defend the land, to defend the rights of the people who lived here. It is only natural that in a pen with many bulls, you'll find conflicts. So there were many who separated after us. There were many who separated after that treaty. The collective of Maroons stand in that treaty. Trelawney Town, 1738-39. When we left the table and came on with that treaty, there's a certain amount of dignity and respect that came with that, because we conquered and defeated the mightiest army in the West at the time. That was no easy feat. And don't think it was just some little bushmen. Maroons were traveling the seas. We were trading. We had weapons. We were fierce warriors. It was only reason that after signing that treaty, the responsibility for protecting the forests and the land rested with the Maroons. Many people do not read with understanding, but I'm going to bring it to you clearly. Clause 6 of the treaty speaks that any Negro captured after this date in the signing of the treaty should be either turned over, killed, unless they subject themselves to Captain Kojo and his terms of accommodation. So there was a choice. There was a choice for freedom. Many chose otherwise, but there was a choice. So today I stand in front of you. For many who are confused as to who are Maroons, we all are Maroons. Whether you chose to stay or not. Whether you chose to honor your ancestors or not. Check that bloodline. I promise you, you wouldn't be disappointed. So today, I bring these words to all ears that must hear. That we still stand. This is not where the Maroons used to live. This is where the Maroons live. Cockpit country is not for sale. Cockpit country is not for sale. Today, we stand together. to represent and honor this land that we live from. This land that you see here is what has kept us. As you will see coming up, we have no roads. The cockpits provide 40% of the fresh water supply to Jamaica. We don't have running water here. Then how can others say they care for us and we belong to them? I am here to speak truth. I am here to represent the dignity of my people, because we have suffered for years. Many have misinterpreted and misunderstood what we stand for. We're a peaceful people. The war ended. What we've been asking for is for the hands that be to do the right thing. The games are over. I am not a criminal. Neither am I a Don. I'm an educated, hardworking individual who have given up his job to come here to fix this mess that has been created by others before me, who have facilitated this dilution and watered down version of Maroon. I stand here to tell you the Maroon blood lives on. It lives strong. And we will not give up. Never give up, Maroons. As low as you may feel, never give up. Stand strong in your ancestries. Stand strong in your faith. Stand strong in brotherhood. Stand strong in leadership. Today, I would like to let you know I will be parting with the title His Excellency, because everyone here is my equal, and I will now move to Chief Currie, first of his equals. I bring to you today words of encouragement, words of deep thought, for you to go back and look at what our ancestors achieved. They say Kojo couldn't speak English. That was true. He was Creole, so he spoke French. They said he couldn't write. He couldn't write English. He was a very brilliant mind. He was a part of an indigenous army, just like Dottie Bookman, who left here and went to Haiti. Maroons are scattered all over the globe because we were traveling the seas before any of the Europeans came here. There's Kojo Keys off the Florida coast. Nani, as far up North Carolina. There are records of Nani. Go to Canada, where most of that history has been untouched, where you find the history that's buried there, that tells us who we are. So, I say this to you. My mission, I've gone only 1 year, not even 1 year yet. But my mission over the next few weeks will be putting to the people the facts and the information that I've been holding on to for so long, hoping that the hands that be would have done the right thing. So now I will share with you all the information that you need to see for yourselves to decide who is the sovereign, to decide whose right it is, to decide where we go after this. Because no act of parliament can override a treaty. Remember that. And our treaty still stands. It might be outdated. Certain terms might be repugnant. What it means is that at the table, we ought to have a discussion. We ought to have alignment on how the Maroon rights will look in today's world. That's all I've been asking for from day one. That's all I've been asking for from day one. Nothing more. I am not a warrior unless called into. Unless called into war. The war is over, but we're still fighting a cold war. Because we are here suffering, our people are dying, and no one seems to care. It always comes back to votes. Votes, votes, votes. There was a time when Maroon did not vote. But you are the key to your own freedom. And until you understand that, I will slowly work with those who hear the words that I've said. I'll work with those who are willing to deepen their understanding and their roots of who we are as indigenous people of this land. Yes, our African brothers and sisters joined us. We gave them refuge to hide from the oppressors. We protected and defended this land together. So together we own this. This is not division. This is unity. But identity gives you the rights. As indigenous people, as heir and successor to that treaty, I rest here today to leave with you till my last breath. I will defend this land. I will defend my people. I will defend the rights of the Maroons. Stand tall. Stand strong. Believe. Believe. Shift your attention, people. We have to develop our space. We have to look out for one another. Pay attention to each and every one that comes around you. Because not everyone means us the best. There are many who understand. There are many who understand what this means. There are many who understand the power. But many do not want us to realize that, to bring that forward. We have been oppressed. We continue to be oppressed. I continue to be a diplomat. I continue to reach out to the government. And I continue to lead with open arms for whatever help or assistance that may come our way. I want to thank everyone who made the trip here today. You have braved all the nonsense. You've stood tall. I see people wearing their mask. I see some not. Please put on your mask, because that is important. But we will not be denied.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round for the chief.
Thank you.
All right, now that he has done his welcome. All right, we will have.
All right, people, so that was the Chief Richard Currie,
to bless today's
who gave a speech on the nonsense that was going on this morning, and
so
there was
give
an
it up
article
for
out
Sister Foster,
telling people to not come to this event today, and a lot of people still dread it. I am one of them who dreaded it and decided that I was coming anyways. I came up here from about 5 o'clock this morning just to be a part of this celebration, and I spoke to the chief as well, and I was trying to find out what was his thoughts on this whole garbage, and he said he would address it, which he did. So Jamaica Uncut trying to bring you
to our honored Chief
Jamaican things, and
Chief Richard Currie,
this is as Jamaican as
to
anything
the audience,
so again,
to everyone
thank you very
present
much.
here
And
at our celebration.
You got
I'm
something
gonna
from
pray
this.
the blessing of
Please
God
share this
upon
information
this
with as
place,
much people as you
that
can.
we'll continue
because
to work
people need
together
to hear this.
as one.
Jamaica Uncut soon forward.
Father, in the name